today's going to be a little bit of a different video. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I love to play video games. Fallout, Wasteland. I'm good, man. I got some caps ready to barter. Anybody want to sell me something? I got caps and they're hot to spend. Son got me that. Now today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to touch on cleaning firearms. Smith & Wesson 40 cal. Now, one of the things you want to make sure, as always, never assume that the weapon is unloaded until you've actually checked it yourself, okay? You want to make sure completely empty, especially if you're going to be cleaning. You want to make sure your mags are empty. You've got no bullets in it. Now, you don't have to really, I just like to touch these up a little bit. Some of the things that'll be helpful, rubber gloves, I like to wear them, especially when I'm working with oils. As you can see here, I've already unloaded everything. Patches. I actually misplaced my boar snake. I love a boar snake, and I bought one, and I can't seem to locate the dumb thing. So I have to try to find it down, but I wanted to make this video because I'm actually going to be going out, and I haven't cleaned. I try to clean my firearms, give them a quick clean at least every couple of weeks, depending on conditions, especially during the summertime when you get dusty. But if you don't know what a boar snake is, let me pull this out here. I'll show you. This is a boar snake. Basically, in effect, now this is for a rifle. This goes down the end. You drop it down the barrel, and you just pull it out. And right at this point, this is what basically cleans the gun. So, and you just pull it through a couple times, and boom, you're done. Quick and easy. It is so fast. You don't necessarily need a bore snake. Now, for rifles and shotguns, it works fantastic. Handguns, you can get away with just doing a quick little metal pole here, and just go through the barrel. Now, another thing you're going to need is cleaner. If I've been shooting a lot, everybody's got different brands. This is the one I happen to like. I've been using it for quite a long time. Hops, powder solvent. Smells terrible. Make sure you got a good ventilation when you're using it. You just basically soak your patch in it, run it through your gun a couple times, let it sit a few minutes, and then hit it, and this stuff will take out the powder solvent really good. But for quick cleans, and again, there's all sorts of different brands. There's Remington, there's Winchester, you name it, they're out there. I like to use Winchester. Basically, it cleans loose dirt, corrosion, and lubricates and protects at the same time. It's a multi-cleaner. All right, and this could be used for pistols, rifles, shotguns, everything. Pretty darn cheap. It can, and it'll last you, depending on how often you clean. And then for main lubrication, this is my catch-over of everything. Hops lubricating gun oil. I even have this. This should show you. Yeah, that is a metal can. That's how it used to come back in the day. I got a very little teeny bit. I don't think I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna keep it because nowadays everything is plastic. So everything is plastic. But I mean, you can see the difference. This is, this one's back in the day. This one is not. I just got this one. I got the new one because I'm pretty much almost out of lubes. And this stuff goes a long, long way. Unless you're doing a lot of cleaning, I mean a lot of rifles, this should last you a long time. I've had this, and I've cleaned quite a few times. I had it filled up to the top. You don't want to go overboard, especially in the handguns that you're carrying. Now, if we're talking AR-15s, semi-automatic rifles, yes, you want to go a little bit over lubrication. They like it, but this, you just unscrew it, and get down, fill it up, screw it back in. Boom, ready to go. Okay. Oh. Then the last step, after everything has been cleaned off, little silicone gun and reel cloth. This one's getting old. I'm probably going to about to get a new one. I like to use it. And then these are paper towels, but they're like the cloth ones. so they're a little more durable, and they don't really leave. You know, if you go like this and you see white fibers coming off, don't use it to clean your guns. Really don't, because you'll get fibers inside the firearms themselves. And then you've got the clean bore brush, which looks like a toothbrush. Big head, little head, for the smaller parts to get in. This is great for getting into the nooks and crannies. And again, they're relatively cheap. That one's getting pretty used. I'll probably end up switching, and you can pick up enough to last you a very long time online. So, all right, let's get back down. Let's get to the basics here. First, let me throw my gloves on here. Now I'm going to be doing, once my stuff's ready to go, I'm going to be probably going to the range pretty soon. And then I'll be doing a video on cleaning my Connecticut Other, AR-15 base. So, now, depends on what your gun is. Now, with the Smith & Wesson 40, it's really simple. You just pop this, turn this down, pull the trigger, slides out, she's ready. Metal spring. And the barrel. Oh yeah, she's a little dusty. She needs it. So now, pretty simple. Now the mat, I know you kind of see it here. I picked this up offline. What this is a basically oil-proof, waterproof mat. You can spray stuff on it, and then it just wipes up. And all I do is spray it, let it sit. Same thing with the barrel. Let it sit. Don't need to go overboard, just a little bit of spray. This is why I wear, because I just like to do this, boom, boom, boom. And I just like to give my mags quick spritzes inside. Normally I'd be listening to music, but hey, the phone's playing. That's the good stuff. That's another really old. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Potter's gun oil. Powerful rust. Picture of ducks. Made in Wisconsin. On Alaska, Wisconsin. That's pretty interesting. So I picked this up. This is not a bad gun oil either. So get a little bit of everything. Now you just gotta let it sit for a couple minutes. Unfortunately, since I'm recording this on phone, I don't know how to freaking fast forward this stupid thing. So I'll give this a little shot. Let it sit here. Basically what you're gonna do. Now it should be pretty clean. I haven't shot this for a little while. Okay. You can see it's got a little bit of dust coming out. See it? And see, that's also another reason why I like the poor snakes, man. You don't get this crud happening. You try to take off the friggin' paper cloths. Throw another one. We'll be starting Star Wars pretty soon. Almost done. One more achievement on the game I'm playing for hard. Okay, that's acceptable. Alright. That's done. do, just take the cloth, wipe it down, get the excess of cleaner off it. And this one's ready to go. Okay. Now, the magazines, there's not much you can really do with the magazines, other than oil them up a little bit. I don't take them out. Like I said, I just throw a little bit in there. This is a, boy, these double stack magazines are a pain in the butt. What I normally do is I try to get at least 6 magazines per gun. So this way, when I do this, swap out the magazines once a month. So that way, it saves a little bit of wear and tear. I mean, the newer ones are pretty good. All right. That magazine's done. Yeah. I'll down the next magazine. Letting the important parts. Actually, probably what I should have done, but like I said, I haven't shot the gun in a while, so this is just a really quick clean. After I go to the range, then I'll spend a little more time, let it sit a little longer. And everybody's got their own style. Everybody does things a little different. Take what you like, that works, and is safe, and discard the rest. Always keep your mind open. That's interesting. Ah, there we go. I really like the older magazines from the 90s. They were so much easier to load. Like I said, just oil it down, wipe it. I load it in a rack so that way I know that the oil's being, what I sprayed in gets. And the nice thing about the 2-in-1, it does clean and it also lubricates, so. You can see, it is getting a little dirty, so. Again, no matter what, even if you don't take it to the range and you just carry it, this is my daily carry piece, so it's gonna get dirty. You're gonna pick up dust. You're gonna pick up depending on where you're at. No matter what, it's gonna get a little bit. So like I said, you want to do this depending on where you are. I mean, if you're in a dusty area, you want to do this at least once a week. If it's not so dusty, I try to do this at least once a month during the wintertime and every other week during the summertime. Especially if I'm out and I'm riding. So this way, it's a simple just drop it in. Right. Done. More. And then I'm gonna get a new rag because this one is, just on those 3. on those three, just on the magazines, look how you can kind of see it. So just cleaning those. That's just from about 3 weeks, because I haven't cleaned them in 3 weeks. I got a little bit behind. That's just from 3 weeks from the last time I cleaned it to where they were perfectly clean. That's just from walking around using this as a daily carry piece. Take care of your firearms, and they'll take care of you. All right, now. Now this is where the clean board brush comes in. I just sit here. Now this shouldn't be that bad. Some people like that. You don't even have to clean that. Well, like I said, I'm gonna clean, do a quick cleaning, Completely white. Okay, you can see how it comes off. And again, carbon gets everywhere. It's not that bad, it's not really that dirty, but you can see on a little bit right there. So yeah, just from daily wear. Alright, now comes the fun part. Alright, now we're going to do the barrel itself. Let's just use this and get a little more. Get the side rails. Like I say, this is why I wear the gloves. So I don't have to worry about the oil. I have to smell oil in the morning. Okay. Now I'm going to grab, clean. Remember, these were white. Shouldn't be that dirty, but hey. Like I said, daily, not the daily piece. I mean, if I'm going to the range, like I said, I'm not going to go overboard, and just a quick little one, and do the quick spray, quick wipe down, just get most of the carbon off. I know about the dependability, I'm not really worried about that, and just a little bit of lube. I mean, you can get in there and you can go, oh, I'm going to get that little teeny tiny bit, and just keep going and going. I mean, you can spend a long time cleaning your weapons, but, I won't really super deep clean, but at least once a week. And like I said, this is for my carry piece. My range weapons, the ones that, maybe I only go to the range with once in a while, I don't clean those. This is just, again, my carry piece. Just my carry piece, that's it. Done. And you can see a little bit of carbon, a little bit of dirt, just a little teeny bit, not much. That one's got some. Alright. That is from daily. That's from 3 weeks of just carrying it around on my hip. Alright, 2 more pieces. Some more of this. And then the last piece, the main firearm itself. And again, like I said, I like to spray it, let it soak, and then just hit it again. Not going to go nuts. I'm just going to give it a quick, this will get any dirt. This things aren't airtight, you know. I don't do it. Be careful not to get it on my razor, but. Alright, done. That's it, just quick and easy. Quick, fast, and efficient. Then you just wipe it all down. And after everything's all wiped down, you're, ah, shoot, I forgot about this. I love these new grips, but oof. That's like, oh baby, it's like, they really catch stuff here. Now, I got excess of oil on the gloves, but I'm not going to use this on the gun because this has a tendency to leave fibers, but I will use it to kind of like wipe the excess of cleaner off the gloves if I've got too much of it. I can go back to doing this. This thing isn't as wet. Alright. I think I'm going to get a little air compressor. That might be my next little thing I'm going to get, is a little teeny air compressor that I can plug in and just do a little compressed air. It's amazing. I didn't have this stuff when I first started in this. All these advancements. Okay. Done. All right. As you can see, a little bit, not too bad. Let me tell you, if I went to the range and I went shooting, when this came out, this thing would be almost black. So again, like I said, this is a daily wear. There, as you can see from the map, I just done. Now, put it back together. I grab my cloth, wipe off my gloves. And now we got our parts to put back. And it's relatively easy. Okay. There we go. Again, not that much. I just do 3 drops. Now, you got the rails. The rails are where all your friction is. Again, just a line along the rails. We'll squeeze. Use my finger. And oil that up. See the moving parts? So, two, let's do it. Now I put the gun back together. Done. Now you can see some of the oil, right? And this gun is pretty oily. So again, now I'll take the paper towel. Just that little bit, just those few drops of oil is, you know, I didn't do much. I only did like 2 drops up here, 2 drops there. I did do a line on the rail because that's a lot of the friction right there. So I just did a little line to here, and then I squeezed it out on both sides. All right. Now, so we're going to grab another paper towel here. Wipe this bad boy down. Actually, I'm going to grab 2 paper towels. Cloth. This is my oilcloth. All my excess of oil, I wipe it right off my gloves. Could just tear it off and grab a new pair, but well, it's getting better. I ran out of gloves one time, went to buy it, couldn't find them anywhere. That's the sign of the times. So, again, like I said, we're just gonna clean it down. Now, the only drawback with the newers is this is kind of a dimpled. So if you use this, it kind of, you can see how it's leaving a little bit right there. So it's kind of irritating. But the nice thing is it's a beautiful grip. It does. It stays in your hand nicely. Actually, where is my... Now, when we get down to this point, if I see the little nooks and crannies, I grab a toothpick, Q-tip. I just go in there and wipe up the excess of oil in those little areas, so because they're a little difficult to get. Just because I don't want the darn oil dripping down on me. That's all. Again, you got to be careful because Q-tips, they have the cotton, so if you hit something rough, you could end up with cotton in your gun. I just like to go right into the trigger. Basically, just no matter what, that's a catch-22. You definitely don't want to over-oil, but you definitely don't want to under-oil. So, you see the little bit. I mean, I did not use that much. That's why I like hops. I mean, which would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I used like 11, maybe 12 little teeny, little drops. Not sit there and squeeze it as hard as you can. Just a simple little watch. Simple little. That's it. I don't know, hopefully you saw that. But you see that little bit of teeny bit of oil? That's it. Just that one little teeny. I only did about maybe 12 days. But I used a little excess on the rails. I think I should have cut that down to 2 instead of 3 on each side. So that's the kicker. That's like, oof, man. Just that little teeny bit. Especially if you're carrying, while the oil is good and keep your firearm lubricated, can also make things a little difficult because the oil can also help attract and build up dirt and dust. Thus, why I clean my firearms at least every 2 to 3 weeks, especially my carry piece. Okay, and that is done. I have one more step that I do. one more. And that is silicone gun and cloth reel. Now this one is pretty old. I'm about ready. I think I need to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do that tonight. It's a simple cloth. It's got silicone on it, and I just go in and I rub down every metal piece that I can reach with this on the outside. Trigger, inner, everything I can do. Because this has got a little bit of silicone, and what it does is it gives it protection. It eliminates fingerprints, it protects against rust and corrosion, it polishes metal and wood. It's treated to absorb dirt and other residues that you might have missed. You can also use it on tools, knives, wow, really, auto accessories, golf clubs, and marine accessories. Oh, you know, I never even read this thing. That's weird. Well, basically, you rub it, and it forms a protective shield against rust and corrosion. I mean, the newer guns are pretty good, but, I mean, I've got guns that are all stainless steel, so I figure it can't hurt, and it'll help do a little protection. But again, this one's a pain in the butt right here, trying to do this. See, you can see, yeah, because that is so dimpled, and this is so rough, it's like, I mean, sitting in your hand, it creates a nice feel, and it even if it's wet, it's great. But trying to do it, and freaking, I've had it under my shirt, and it's caught in the fibers, and it's like, ugh. There you go. It's hard. I'm almost tempted to take just a little bit of sandpaper this time to make it just kind of bump it up a little bit. So there you go. Just cleaning the gun. Now, the video is, it's over 30 minutes, of course, but again, the reason it's over 30 is because I'm sitting here explaining step by step by step. If I was to sit here and do this, just come in here and do it, I'd probably be done in 15, 20 minutes. I'll just run in, grab it, pull it apart, do everything, and be done. So, let's see. That'll do it. That's all there is to it. That's the quick and easy way to clean. And like I said, you're talking maybe, depends on, I want a little more detailed in the video. I'm also sitting here explaining some of the things, you know, I'm talking about the cloths, different parts, especially if you're new, if you've never shot before. I'm talking about the cleaning oils. I can clean this firearm. I can come in here, pull this apart, and have this done and cleaned within 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, easy, no problem, just by doing that. That's all there is to it. And like I said, you can go overboard with this. You can just, it's easy. I mean, sometimes I just come up and clean the guns. It's great. You know, just spend a little bit of time up there. I'll take my time. I'll go over every little nook and cranny. It's like, you know, it's like relaxation. You know, like going fishing. And then after going shooting, well, guess what? Then you got to do it all over again and clean it. So. Everything's pretty good. I'm looking down the barrel. Here, let's see. You can see. I don't know if you can. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to show. But see, I'm looking down. I can see it. I see no dirt, no fibers, just a very little bit of oil that's oiled up. So that's what I'm basically looking for. You know, you want to inspect afterwards just to make sure. And we're good. All right. There you go.